So today we are going to prep the G6 for sale. And this is the things you need to do. I'm going to go through, I'm going to wash the car. I'm going to change the oil. I'm going to do a little bit of some reconditioning just to brighten a few things up, just to make it look better. And I'm going to do just a little probably H2O garden gloss on the whole thing to clean everything up. And then what you want to do is you want to go through clean the interior. Let me shut this off. And you want to get rid of any personal belongings that aren't required. In other words, leave your registration and your insurance in your car so you can take it for a test drive and whatnot. But go through your glove box, get rid of any personal belongings, back seat, trunk, whatever. Get all that stuff out of the car, and then go through the car and do a clean and a wipe down everything. Make it presentable. I know dealers try to do this same thing. They go through that same process and they actually charge you for it when you go to buy the car. But they do a minimal job. I know they go through this whole inspection process, but honestly, when I bought this car from the dealer 2.5 years ago, there was no way they did it because it had a bad tie rod. I ended up pointing it out to them under a test drive, and then they had to replace it. But if that inspection was completed, they would have seen a bad tie rod and they would have replaced it, but they didn't. They're under the assumption that the car is good until you tell them otherwise. So don't fall into that. We go through this 100-point inspection thing and they charge you extra money for it because they probably don't do it. So I'm going to do that to this car. I'm going to do a full clean. I'm going to go into the hood and I'm going to clean the engine compartment, everything around. I'm going to change the oil on it, and then I'm going to put it up for sale. So I'll do little clips here and there and be doing stuff. It's going to take me a little while because obviously I'm not going to do everything in one day. But today I'm going to go through the whole outside of the car and I'm going to get everything going. And then I'll probably stop because I am selling it. I'm not going to devote a whole entire day to working on this thing. So I'm going to clean the whole exterior of it, and I'll probably clean up the interior a little bit, and then I'll change the oil a different day. But I'm still going to put it up for sale as it is, and then I'll change the oil probably one evening this week or something. And that's not a big deal. So that, and I don't want to go into the car when it's soaking wet and dripping on me. So that's what I'm going to do today. I finished doing a refresh on the car. It's kind of like a minor detail. Getting ready for sale, but turned out pretty good. I went in and put some Geon trim on all the plastic just to brighten it up a bit. And all right here. The whole point is to make it look good so someone else wants it. So the inside looks pretty good. It's okay for a 10-year-old car. It is what it is. So let's see how much I can get for it. I'm going to offer or ask $5,000 or best. Just put it up on Craigslist, and I'll put a couple signs in and whatever, and I'll sit here for now and then go from there. We'll see how it works out. So the whole point in detailing your car or going through your car before you sell it is to make someone feel like they're buying something new. I mean, they know it's not new, but if it's all dirty and trashed and they look at it and they might think that it's been abused, or get that idea that it's been abused and not taken care of. And you want people to feel comfortable with their purchase. I mean, because that's what I would do. I would want my car to be clean, and I know that I can look past it and I can see what's really going on with the car. I mean, I can investigate and I can kind of look around and I know by the way it drives and the way it looks, how it's been taken care of, what it needs and things like that, but most people can't. Most people, when they see it and it's not abused and it's taken care of and it's clean, at least clean. Obviously, a car's going to get wear and tear. It's 10 years old. We know that. It happens. I've only had this car for 2.5 years. We put about 10,000 miles on it. It was supposed to be my daughter's car, and it just didn't work out that way. So it's time for me to get my investment back out of the car. I've done some things to it. Obviously, it didn't look like that when I bought it. It was bone stock when I bought it. So I've put a radio in it, backup camera, wheels, tires. And need those anyways. The wheels that were on it were so corroded we couldn't put tires on them. So I just bought new wheels and tires from Tire Rack and had those put on. And obviously I went with the black theme of the car because it's a white car. The stereo, I kind of wanted to fiddle with it. I had to go to a 2010 instrument cluster in order to move the information display from the center stack over to the IP cluster in the middle. So I can put a touch screen inside there, so I can get hands free and backup camera and stuff. Excuse me. I did that because I kind of like to customize things and stuff like that, and I thought that my daughter would really appreciate it, knowing that she had something that was kind of cool and unique, and thinking that she would feel the same way as me, but apparently she doesn't. So she doesn't really care. I mean, she would just drive it until it fell apart, and then that was it. I mean, she didn't wash it or nothing. So, but that's it. So that's why I did it, and we're gonna see what we can get for it.